Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up, bye up. Let's get straight to the intro. Man, woo! It's been another one and another one, right? Welcome back to Gunners Collective TV. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, make sure that you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I appreciate all the support, man. I'm very humbled by it. So I'm going to tell you guys something that popped up, a little story that I haven't told, but you know, it is what it is. It kind of made me think back, and I had to hold it down. Because I could have came up short. A lot of people could have came up short. And I had to throw my cape on and save a Paisita because he was definitely going to come up short. So there was this little club that I was frequenting, right? Being in like kind of the club business, I kind of go to other little spots just to see what they're all about, right? And little bars, little clubs, little holes in the wall spots just to kind of gauge the atmosphere, what type of people are going there. Whatever. Some of these spots I have a good time. I meet cool people. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people persons. We chop it up, tell stories, have a good time. It is what it is, man. I'm noticing that over here in Washington, in the Pacific Northwest, a lot of people from California are moving up here. So there's a lot more to talk about as far as, man, hey, I'm from LA, or hey, I'm from San Diego, or oh, I'm from San Francisco. Whatever, man, we could chop game, you know? It trips them out when they hit me up. Hey, you're from California, huh? I said, how do you know? I know, right? They could tell. And so we have a good time. Well, this particular evening, there was a white dude, right? Looked like a skinhead, all tatted back. Had a badass Mexicana chick with him. And I could tell right from the top, like, she ran that program. You could tell by the way she was. She was a thug. Shorty wanted to be a thug. She was that. And so I'm watching them mix and mingle with certain people and having a good time. And I could see the demo was being laid. He was putting her out there kind of like, hey, you know what I'm saying? If you want it, come get it. And so I was like, is there some pimp situation going on here? What is going on here? To what degree of trafficking situation am I witnessing? So as I'm kicking back, drinking with a few people that I recognize from this spot, they actually are in the same area of me. And they're smoking their little vapes and we're kicking it. And I get to chopping up with the dude. He's cool. He's like, yeah, I did time over here. I did time over there. He was from back east, right? And I was like, what's up, man? What's up with your old lady? How you meet that chick, bro? And he was like, oh, man, we've been rocking together for years and she's cool. So we were chopping it up differently from what I seen. He was chopping it up with other people, right? With other people, they were trying to work people. With me, it was kind of like, okay, I see that you know what time it is, so it's all good. So what ended up happening was as we started to get a little bit more faded, everyone's having a good time. It's about 1 a.m. You know, they're doing last call. People are shutting it down, whatever. And dude's like, all right, bro, we're going to catch our Uber. We're out of here. And I'm like, man, fuck all that, bro. Where you guys at? I got you. He's like, oh, bro, we're from like 3 towns over, but we came out here because it's our little spot we come to every once in a while. And I was like, hey, well, where you guys staying? Oh, we're staying at a Motel 6. I said, I got you. You guys, it's not too far from you. You want to ride? What's up? Right? Yeah. Hell yeah. So he tells his old lady immediately comes over, starts grabbing my hand, like, oh, on some weird shit, right? Thank you. I appreciate it. And she's looking all into my eyes. And I ain't even gonna lie, she got a motherfucker hypnotized for a second. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at her. I'm like, to what type of swinging activities are these people involved in? Because I got my swinging shoes on, right? So if you're going to let me hit it, I'm going to hit it, right? So as long as he goes in the bathroom and does what he does, we're good. So I give him a ride. We're chopping it up. They're cool. We get to the spot. And immediately this chick's on her phone. And now I'm very skeptical because there's been situations where I've went to hotel rooms with people, chicks, and I'm always leery. I'm always aware. My antennas go up like a motherfucker. Guard! My antennas are up, right? Every time I see a chick get on the phone, it's like, who are you texting? Who are you calling to pull up on your boy, right? Maybe I'm just paranoid, but I've been in situations. I'm from California, man. It goes down like that all the time. The setup game is real. And so the dude jumps on his phone too. So I'm kind of sitting there like, maybe I should cut out. And they invited me up. Hey, it's all good. Come kick it for a minute. We'll have a couple shots. So they're pouring up. Everything seems all right, but I'm still leery. And then the chick's like, so what's up? What are you into? And I said, nah, just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Doing the little YouTube thing, whatever I do. Oh, that's what's up. Let me see your channel. So I show them that they subscribe, whatever. And the dude starts getting at me like, hey, yeah, bro. So my lady, she be working and shit, you know. And I ain't gonna lie, I had a couple of my gold chains on. So I'm looking flossy and now start tucking my shit in. Like she's looking at my chain too closely. That chick damn near had a magnifying glass on my shit, seeing if it was 14K, right? So I'm just chilling. I started getting a little suspicious feeling. So the dude notices that. So he's straight up, he's like, hey, bro. He's like, you're good, man. Ain't no one tripping on you like that. He goes, but I ain't gonna lie, man. We be rocking right here. We be working. And I said, what's up? He says, you know, my lady's, she's down for whatever. We're just trying to fucking pay for our house and whatever. She was a bad chick. She's a stripper, all that. And I was like, oh, that's what's up. You know, and I ain't paying like I'm Wayne. Like I ain't trying to pay for nothing, man. I thought this was just a freebie. Like I like go to Costco and I eat all the freebies, but I never buy the pizza. I'm gone. So I was like, all right. And so he'd be like, he started to tell me his get down. He's like, yeah, bro. He said, hey, we be getting all kinds of different clientele, but the paisas are the ones that we target because they're willing to spend, bro. They got money. They're willing to spend. And I felt some type of way because he's a white dude. She's Mexicana, so I felt like she's working her own people. And this is something, I'm not going to lie, this is something that I've seen done in the past. Okay, I actually had family members. My tias used to do that all the time. Way back in the days, they used to go to the bars, bring paisas all drunk to the pad, work them out of everything they have. My tia, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to take his wallet. Okay, you take it. Yeah, you just grab his shit and just jiggle a little bit, and I'll be in the back pocket. And if something slips in, something slips in. And my tia was crazy, right? But I had tias that would work the paisas all the time. And then I had some primas and another family member that actually got caught up behind a situation. They actually took some paisas. What they would do is go to the bar every Friday night, see the paisas there, dance with them. You know, the paisas, they like fine chicks. You know, they see these fine chicks that are showing them attention and they're just pulling out wads of money. You know, their family's back at the rancho in Mexico. Their old lady's over there. They haven't brought her over here yet. So they're working, and every Friday they're tricking on the fat white chicks and they're tricking on these fine chicks. And the homegirls, they seen this, recognize it. So they're like, we're going to work these dudes. They didn't want to fucking go all the way. So they'd get them to the motel. They'd set them up. They'd have homeboys right there. And it was a scandalous situation. I never liked it because I felt like they were doing our own people dirty. Like, how are you going to do the paisas like that? They're working hard all week, man, just doing their thing. And, well, that's on them. If they want to get played, that's part of the game. But the thing was, they were not part of the game. They weren't into the street life. They weren't into the gang life. They were just a couple of dudes that were maniacos trying to go to a hotel after they've spent $300 in drinks on a chick, you know what I'm saying, sipping bucanas and pineapple juice. And all of a sudden, they're getting pineapple, right? They're getting fucking smashed. So the homegirls actually caught a case and went to Chowchilla behind doing these. One day, what happened was they found the wrong paisas. These paisas recognized, hey, these chicks are trying to set us up. And the paisas got a little bit violent and that motherfucker started smacking shit around. And these girls pulled out a thing and let them have it. They tied the paisas up and boom, right? So the homegirls went to the pin behind that shit. So I had seen this move, this movida. I'd seen this shit. I seen it, right? They were targeting paisas. So now fast forward, here it is. I'm sitting there with the skinhead dude and his chick was bad. She's eyeballing my balls like no tomorrow. And it was a fucked up situation because I don't like what the story he's telling me, the people they're targeting. Then at the same time, the way she looks, I'm like, if I can get a freebie, man, I'll just walk away. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, baby. I'm on my Aaron Hall shit, right? I'm not trying to be afraid. So once I finally realized, okay, it's just this dude. It's me, it's this dude, it's this chick. This dude don't pose no threat. He might have a thing on him. He might, because I was like, hey, bro, how does this work? Like, the fools feel intimidated when see. He's like, nah, bro, we got another room. I just go to the other room, let her do her thing, and then I slide back. If there's any problems, then, you know what I'm saying? She knows that I'm one room away. I said, oh, that's what's up. So that's the get down. He was like, yeah. He was like, but bro, we be working these motherfuckers, right? He's like, usually she's down for whatever, and it's all good. And it is what it is. Rent services rendered. But a lot of times these dudes don't want to pay, so we have to snatch them up. Sometimes we just snatch them up. And I'm like, yeah, that ain't cool, right? So anyways, it's getting a little bit late. It's about 3 a.m. And I'm like, all right, man, I got to go. You know what I'm saying? I got to go do YouTube videos in the morning and I got shit to do. You know what? And dude's like, yeah. And it seems like he was trying to keep me there. He was trying to keep me there. And the chick's like, oh, so you're not down? I said, down for what? She said, down to make some money. I said, nah, I got money. Like, I don't need to make any money illegally. That's not my thing. And so as I'm getting up, there's a knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom. I'm scared. I think it's the popos. I think motherfuckers are there to set me up. I'm like, damn, right? Now, I wasn't lacking. To what degree I wasn't lacking, I can't tell you, but I wasn't lacking, right? So I leaned back like, what the fuck, man? You guys invited people? And the dude's like, oh shit, he's here. And he tells the chick, oh, he's here. And I'm like, oh no, who's here? You know what I mean? I'm paranoid, scared to death. I ain't gonna lie, man. Runner? Shit, I was about to jump out that window and get to running. You know, who wouldn't? So in walks a paisita, shorter than DK. This little motherfucker teeth silver as hell. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Right? And the dude's like, hey, what's up, brother? He's like, hey, come in, man. And there she is. And he tells me, hey, let's go to the other room. And the Paisas kind of looking like, why is there a crazy white guy and fucking skinny Mexican dude that ain't worth shit, right? And I'm just looking like, all right. So I'm thinking, okay, she's gonna do her thing, whatever. It's just their business. So I tell the homie, hey, I'm just gonna jam, bro. He's like, nah, hey, back my play, bro, just in case dude tries to get out of hand. I'm like, dude is 2 feet tall, bro. How can he get out of hand? He barely has hands. He's just, you got this. So as I start to walk down the stairs, I see another paisa walking up. And he goes knocking on that door. Boom, boom, boom. So now I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? And I see the white dude go in, and I start hearing commotion. Like they're arguing or fighting, right? And so I go up there, man. And these people are trying to like punk the paisas and take their money. No, you said this. And the paisas, no sé. Like they're getting burnt. These fools like, hey, just give me your wallet. He doesn't even have a thing on him. He's just screaming and yelling, and they're being all loud and tweaked out weird. And I'm just like, come on, man. And I jump in. I'm like, hey, I tell the paisa, the second one that came, like, hey, bro, just go. And he doesn't know what's going on. He's all shocked because he had just knocked on the door and the other one slid over there to the other one. Well, their whole get down was this. The chick wasn't trying to do nothing. They were just inviting paisas over there off the back page or offline or whatever they do. And as they were coming, they were just working them out of their shit. And I said, shit, they don't know about these paisitas. Paisitas will double back. They'll clickety-clack on back. Next thing you know, you're going to hear Banda de Carro Rojo bumping, and you're going to know it's all bad, right? But there's a paisa there, and I just jump in. I tell the white dude, hey, bro, kick back, man. And he was like, oh, bro, it ain't like that. And I said, nah, bro, you ain't going to be burning my people. It is like that. So he's like, well, what do you want to? Next thing you know, man, I got jumped. I got jumped by this chick and this dude. They're on me. The chick is scratching me. I was like, oh, fuck, you're going to fuck me up for YouTube. I'm going to have to fucking tell people that my dog scratched me. Right? He really did. But anyways, so this is the type of shit that was going on. They were targeting the paisas. And I felt some type of way about it. So I ended up getting up out of there, man. It's about a month later, right? I don't say nothing. It is what it is. The paisa, the dude that was in there fucking had his pants half pulled down. He pulls them out. He bounces. They leave. It's about a month later, man. I'm at another little spot, another little bar, and this chick and this dude walk in. Now I spot him. I'm in the cuts. I see him walk in, right? And the bar that I went to, it was in this place called the Tri-Cities. There's mostly paisitas there, paisas, you know? And I'm right there, and I'm in the cut. I'm just watching, right? And they walk in, and she's all dressed up looking good. I ain't even gonna lie. She looks so good that you like forget that she's an asshole. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck. Damn, only if I could, if there was some way to extract her like ephedrine away from her old man, then everything would be cool. Because I could get all up in her earlobe, like, right, and spit game. But this dude was on her, like, and so, anyways, this is what happens. They're right. They don't even see me. I see them talking to the paisas. Paisas are fucking throwing money around, everything. And the chick goes to the bathroom, right? And so, where she's going to the bathroom, it's like by the bar. I'm right there. Dude's right there talking to whoever he's talking to on his phone, chilling out. She walks by. I'm like, hey. And she sees me and her eyes get big. I said, come here. She's like, no, I don't want no issues. I said, what's up with your old man? Why does he be tripping like that? You know what I'm saying? I forgot what happened. She's like, I'm sorry. You fucked our thing up. We're just trying to pay our rent, whatever. I said, man, how does it feel working your own people? Like, how does it feel doing that? Like, if you want to slang pussy, do that. Like, I can't, that's your business, man. I ain't mad at you. Get your money. If they want to pay for it, and play for it, right? But my thing is, why you got to do your own gente like that? She goes, I ain't even going to lie. I do it because of him. Like, he tells me these are easy targets. All right. So I said, okay, cool. Easy targets, eh? Right? So she's like, hey, we don't want no issue. I said, look, just don't even tell your old man you see me, I'm leaving. She's like, we don't want no problems. Like, we're not trying to do all that. I said, no, that's cool. I don't want no problems either at all. So I get up to leave, right? When I go outside, I'm hitting my little Viz Ape, and I'm talking to a few paisas right there. And I tell them, hey, watch. Hey, it takes two to tango. Two can play that game. I said, hey, you see that chicken there with that white dude? They're like, sí, que es un princesa. She's a princess, right? She's a fucking, they're all hooked. I ain't gonna lie, I was hooked, right? She had big old booty, big booty Judy. I was like, hey, nah, she's trying to work motherfuckers, eh? You know what I mean? Don't be falling to their clutches. They be doing people dirty. And the Paisa's like, no. And I said, yeah. And I tell him the little story. And the Paisa's like, okay, okay. Right? So trip out on this, right? I go home. It's whatever. I'm thinking whatever. Man, about a week later, I'm looking at the news. Tell you right now, man. I'll see that chick on the news. She's busted, locked up, looking disgusted, right? Her old man's like that, all spun out. These motherfuckers got locked up. Shit, they thought they were going to play with the Paisas. Now, they didn't play with that particular Paisa, the one I was talking to, but they tried to rework something with some, and it got all ugly and all bad, right? They ended up getting beat up by a gang of Paisas. The Paisas were prepared for them. And this is what I'm saying, man. You do this, you target people you think that you could do. It ain't like that. It ain't like that, right? So let's fast forward another couple months later, right? Whatever. I forget all about it. Like, it just was a time in the life, and the lifetime happened. And I got a homegirl, and she's from Merced, and she calls me. She's like, hey, fool. She's like, remember the homegirl, this, that, Isabel? And I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, they found her in a motel. And I was like, nah, what happened? She said she was trying to work the old school scam, target the Paisas and shit. And I said, oh, it's a trip. And I started telling her the story about what I just seen, right? How the Paisa got off. She was like, yeah, man, she was in there with one, and she tried to rob him. And that fool, he choked her till she wasn't chokeable no more. I was like, oh, wait, she didn't even get to enjoy it. She was like, nah, it wasn't one of them situations. And it's fucked up because the homegirl back in the days was like a good girl, like a schoolgirl. And her sister was like with the business, with the activity. She used to always try to be around. And I used to tell her, man, tell your young sister to get up out of here, right? She ain't ready built for this life. And I guess she met a dude. He moved from San Jose. She met him. Next thing you know, she's high power, hardcore, hanging around with the homies and doing all that. And it's like, whatever, you know, that's the homeboys, old ladies. And instead of turning her off from the shit, he puts her on to the shit, right? And so they start to do the hustle. And with the Paisas, and she done ran into the wrong one, and it was all bad. You know, so I say that to say this. I've seen this type of shit happen. I don't appreciate the shenanigans, man. I always thought that people took advantage of the Paisas, man. And I don't know why. Because I've done time with them. And they're not to be slept on, man. In fact, I'm going to tell you guys a quick little story. There was these Paisas, right? They weren't rocking all hard. You know, with the Paisas, man, there's a Southsiders on the yard and there's a Paisas. Well, we're in Sandy Mush, which is all Northerners and Paisas. And I told you guys a story about how the Paisas got disrespected and the Northerners back there play against the whites. It was on and cracking, right? Well, in this situation, there was a few blacks that were there. And there was 3 dudes. They were from Sacramento. They got caught up in Merced for a robbery. So they're out there doing time. And one of them was like, they're playing cards or whatever. And he's punking the Paisa, or trying to, right? Man, this Paisa got there. I don't know who he was or where he was from. He definitely wasn't from Merced, but he got caught up in Merced. And he got there. They got that a big old Rorschach. He looked like fucking straight up Pancho Villa, right? They got there. He rallied up them Paisas. Man, they got off with the brothers, something treacherous and dangerous. It was at that point that I knew, yeah, the Paisas ain't the ones. Don't fuck with them. You might think that they're an easy target because they can't speak English, or there's always the fear of being deported or whatever. They don't give a fuck, man. They're going to get off where they're mad at. They're grown men just like anyone else. Anyways, people will figure it out. I just never was down with that. I used to have homeboys, hey, fool, let's go to the fucking camps for the Paisas and just lay them down. I used to be like, what do you get out of robbing your own people, bro? Hey, fuck it, hey, it's easy money. Nah, not for me. It's dirty money. It's despicable money. You know, I've never been into that. I never took advantage because I remember my grandfather, you know, he came from Mexico. He strived hard. He worked construction. He built him a nice life. He helped his family out all he could. Like, he helped me out. He gave me fucking game. My tios gave me game. I watched him get up every day, work hard, right? They came with that Mexico mentality, that hard working shit. And then I've seen dudes that are just fucking cutthroat. You know, you think Paisas, you think, oh, they're all drug dealers, they're all bad, they're all this. And nah, who said that? A lot of them are hard workers, man, just doing their thing. But they get taken advantage of because people think they're not in the position to handle their business because whatever else they got going on. Sleep on them if you want. I'm telling you, I seen in prison, these Paisas whack another one. I thought I seen it all until I seen that all. It was different. Anyways, with that being said, just a little quick story I wanted to tell, man. You know, you go into these motels with these chicks, you're thinking it's all good, man. The setup game is real. Okay, I have another couple other stories that I could tell you, but the setup game is real. There ain't no reason you should be going to any motel late night with some chicks by yourself. You're going to get bucked naked, and it's going to be all bad, right? Guarantee that's the hustle. So I ain't trying to fuck no one's hustle up, but if you're doing that shit, you a scandalous individual, man. Be on your toes, man. Stay aware. I don't want to see anyone get caught up. You know how close I've been? A gang of times to That was it. And it always seems to be the same situation because I'm a nice guy. Oh, you need a ride? I got you. I got you. Fuck you. I ain't doing that no more. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people. Make sure you guys go tap into the collective clips where I drop all the supers if you want to laugh your ass off. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go support the homeboy Dubs. Do what we do, man. And in the words of Dubs, tell the ones you love them. Even if you don't, just lie. They'll believe it. The gun. Bang, bang.